Welcome back to the Motorfest.
Yeah.
Let's move to the next objective. Something.
You can already feel like, okay, this already feel like, okay, this is business.
The last time you received a speeding ticket?
1 month ago.
Oh, honest. Love that.
That is the story too.
Esa storia è che non te lo
Welcome back to Motorfest, the podcast. This is the show where I get to talk to some of the most daring motorsport athletes for their passions for all things speed, wings and wheels. And if you haven't already tried it,
It's like it never happened.
you can actually listen in whilst you're playing the game, the Crew Motorfest from Ubisoft. My name is Becky Evans, and in today's episode, we're talking to some serious all-terrain motorcycle adventurers. Argentinian World Rally Champion Luciano Benavides and his champion teammate Australian Daniel Chucky Sanders. These are absolute warriors on two wheels, most notably the KTM 450 Rally Factory. Not your normal motocross bike, and according to Daniel Sanders, it hops and barks like an angry dog. Guys, this machine is one to look out for and listen out for. It is totally kitted out for dunes, ruts, mud, and the brutal forces of rough weather and wilderness. That said, it's only as good as the person behind the wheel. And in this episode, Daniel and Luciano discuss everything from their first bike souvenirs, to crashes, to trophies, adrenaline, tips on how not to get lost in the desert, death-defying ruts, and what it means to really risk everything. Dirt biking, just like any motorsport discipline, is all about balance, control, speed, agility, and physical endurance. But it's one sport where you definitely need to be prepared to expose yourself to all elements. There's no cockpit, no power steering, just a whole lot of body positioning and great suspension. And of course, no fear. Okay, let's start the show. Right, guys, I'm absolutely delighted to have you. Welcome to the Motorfest, the podcast. So we're going to be jumping into this podcast today and talking about your KTM 450s. I mean, I'm going to let you guys know now, my experience on enduro bikes is limited and has often ended in some painful moments. I actually broke my hand and caught a tree as I was coming past it, so I have absolute respect for what you guys do here. You know, I'm just going to jump straight into it with you guys. If you could be a car, a plane, a boat, or a motorbike, which one would you be and why? I feel like this is going to really tell me what kind of guys you are.
And motorbike, 100%, because it's the best thing ever.
And Daniel?
I was thinking a plane because there's no impact really. There's turbulence, which is rough, but I'd still go the motorbike because I like hitting the ground and feeling pain, so it's brutal.
Luciano, when you started riding, did you ever think that you would end up competing in the Dakar, or was that always the goal?
No, honestly, when I started super young, and then I remember I watched Dakar at my hometown, Salta, in Argentina. And I remember we went there with my family and friends. We camped one night, and then we watched Dakar passing the next day. It's like a famous canyon where the Dakar was passing there, and I remember watching the top guys in the bikes. It was amazing because when I saw that race, the atmosphere, the adventure, I said, I'm sure I want to be there one day. But at the moment I was racing enduro, and then I said, okay, I will do my best to try to be there one day. But at the moment I'm feeling a little bit quite far, and yeah, and with the time was coming, and then came the opportunity from KTM, and then yeah, I joined the rally team, the rally program, and then I did my first Dakar 2018. Was my first. I had 22 years old, so I was quite young for Dakar, but yeah, it was a long way.
I want to hear about your first memory that you can actually remember of getting on a bike. Daniel, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah, Christmas morning, I think, throwing on the helmet and the new goggles and new gloves, and sitting on the bike for the first time. And it's pretty scary because straight away I started on a bike with a clutch and gears. It wasn't an automatic bike, so yeah, my dad put me straight in the deep end and just had to learn how to swim and ride. And it wasn't on a flat property. We live on some hills and grass, so it was pretty scary to learn the clutch and yeah, the throttle action as well. So it was cool, but yeah, the whole handlebars and that, and the foot pegs compared to the bicycle that you ride as a kid, a BMX or something, and having an engine do the work for you, and it's all in the palm of your hands to twist the throttle. That's probably the cool, easy sort of adrenaline thing that I got to learn that day and have that feeling, the first feeling of controlling my own power, I guess. So that was pretty cool morning.
And Luciano, your earliest memory of getting on a bike for you, was it with your big brother or was it with your dad?
Yeah, my first memory is one race, my first race. I remember, I think it was me and probably 3 or 4 more guys from my home. And then I remember I started the race and I crashed. And when I crashed, I was completely lost. And then I remember that I picked up my bike super fast, and when I started again, I was 10 times more motivated than before, and I passed the other guys. And they were actually faster than me, but then because I crashed, I had so much motivation to come back from that. And then yeah, it was a super cool memory because I had also the first trophy from this race. And I remember the adrenaline that this race gave me was something super special.
Would it be correct saying that you guys both lived in quite rural areas, so it kind of helped give you a type of terrain that you could train on?
Yeah, like I lived on like 40 acres on the house, and so that and grass and hills and stuff. So, and then I was fortunate enough that we had like 300 acres of bush and forest behind the apple farm. So we had events there, like enduro races there, so I got to grow up and watch this and then train on these tracks and practice on this property we had from the family. So I was super lucky, but there's definitely no situation I'm in now. I have to drive like 5-6 hours to find some desert in Australia is my closest. But, you know, luckily in Australia, there's a lot of sand and a lot of desert out there. So, yeah, I'm lucky, and I still haven't even had time to venture out in the desert much in Australia because we're always traveling around and doing other things.
Can you describe to me your bike? I mean, what does it look like? What does it sound like? What's unique about it?
The engine is super strong because we have to ride in Dakar. We ride 15 days with the same engine, so basically it's a super powerful engine, and you feel it super strong. Also, in the vibration and everything is a lot of power to go through the desert.
For something fresh and new.
All right, let's keep talking.
In days with the same engine, so basically it's a super powerful engine, and you feel it super strong. Also, in the vibration and everything is a lot of power to go through the desert. And also as a design, is one for me is the best design we have it because it's super cool with all the colors and
here we go for the best action list. Heading for Central.
Super nice, and I think it matched the desert colors. And of course, one of the most important parts is also the suspension, because we have to set up the suspension for all kind of terrain. We are not motocross riders or enduro riders that you can put a setup for a specifically condition. We have to set up the bike for dunes, rocks, vegetation, mud, piste, fast, slow. So it's many different terrains. So you have to be super precise on the suspension. That is one of the most important parts of the bike.
And Daniel, what if you were to describe your bike to somebody, what would you say?
We'll start off with the exhaust pipe, because that's what's getting the most beaten up all day. Is the throttle stuck on pretty much all day through the desert, and it's just popping through the dunes, barking through the dunes like an angry dog. So it's really cool. It's a straight through exhaust. It's not like your normal motocross bike where the exhaust comes sort of across the middle of the bike. This one goes under the frame and then down low and then comes up and hangs out the back right near the rear fuel tank. So it's straight through. There's no baffles in there, no filters. It's just straight loud noise. So that's really cool. But yeah, we have one other thing that's with our bike that's pretty easy to see that's different to any other motorbike is the navigation tower on the front. Now we have a digital roadbook on the front, so that's how we navigate through the desert. And it's like a windshield on the front, like a MotoGP bike. It's like a windbreak for us, so it throws the air over our helmet when we're riding fast, and helps our body weight as well, so we're not getting pushed back by the wind.
I think that's one of the most impressive things. You know, I went to the Dakar and we were in the bivouac, and this was like probably 2-3 years ago now, and I could not believe that they had like manual road like maps. So it was like giving the instructions of where you had to go, but it was on like a like a roll of paper or something. And I was watching the guys do that, and it was one of the most impressive things that this was kind of like a manual roadmap, right, a road book as to where you were going.
Yeah, so that's this year they've just changed the system. So now for us riders, it's gone to the digital, and before was the paper. So we just got a big paper scroll in the morning, and yeah, we had to shove this in the front of the bike.
Can you tell somebody, explain it for someone who would be riding your bike in the game, like just how difficult is it when you're following the pace notes, you're trying to find your waypoint, it might be getting dark by this point. Like, what's that like as a rider when you're getting so far into the rally and you maybe lose your way for a second?
If you see the darkness, it's like, you're having a bad day because you shouldn't be finishing the stage in the dark, and you've probably got lost for a fair way. So it's like me and Luciano have both opened a Dakar stage. So to open all the vehicles out in the day and there's no lines in front and everyone's pretty much counting on you to make that right perfect line in the sand dune so everyone can follow and it's easy navigation. So there's a lot of pressure, and also you've got to ride as fast as you can as well. But one thing I like to explain to people,
Maui.
blokes,
Perform the actions requested.
so they could see from our eyes, is like, imagine yourself going to work, all the traffic is like it's full gap traffic everywhere, and like the world freezes, but you have to race through the traffic as fast as you can to get to work and navigate, like on a scooter, say, or something like that. Like and go as fast as you can with no rules. There's no speed cameras, there's no red light cameras, the world's frozen. You just go as fast as you can and get to your work.
We want to talk about dream vehicles. Tell me your ultimate dream vehicle, Luciano. What would it be? Tell me about the color, the sound, the customizations. If you could take me for a tour of this, what would it be?
Lamborghini Urus.
Oh, Urus.
Black.
Yeah?
Yeah, full black.
All black. I was
black.
Oh, you'd have been so
And beat the time already set.
jealous. I was with Lamborghini last weekend. We were taking the new V12, the Revuelto, out for a nice drive around Tuscany. So I do.
Nice.
You're a Lamborghini guy. That makes sense.
Yeah, Lamborghini guy.
He likes a black. So he's like a black on black Urus, super
All
stealth, all
Yeah,
black.
yeah. All black.
You would go for the Performante, of course.
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
great. Daniel, what's your dream vehicle?
My dream vehicle would be it'd be a bulldozer with a bike rack on the back, so I could make as many tracks in the bush and make some sick tracks, and then unload the bike off the back and just ride it and free ride and do some stuff. I literally thought of that on the spot because I didn't even think of a dream vehicle until then. I'm like, well, it'd be good. I like sitting on machines and building tracks and jumps and stuff, so
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool because then you just drive it around wherever you can, and then infinity diesel tank, so it just keeps going.
Luciano, where would you take your Urus?
What I will take mine?
Not in the dunes.
No, 100% no. I don't know, probably Miami.
I keep,
Or Dubai.
I'm getting,
Or Dubai.
Yeah. I know what he would be doing.
you know what?
Just fat arm and having the arm out the side, just winking and
That's what I mean.
whistling.
I'm getting that. Luciano, if I was to come to your garage at home, do you have like a prized collection of bikes? I mean, do you have all the ones that you've had from when you started riding when you were young, all the way up to the grand age of 29 that you are now?
Yeah, I have we have a really cool garage with Kevin at home, and we have the first bike that I rode, Pee-wee 50, and Kevin has it was like QR 50 or something like that, so it's super small bikes, and we have also the jersey from that moment. And then we have one enduro bike that we both rode together and we won the championship. And then I have my winning bike from 2019 when I was the junior world champion in rally. This one I keep at home, and also I'm waiting now for the last one from last year, the Husqvarna. And Kevin has the Dakar bike from 2023, and yeah, I hope it's coming a few more.
And Daniel, if I was to take a wander into your garage on the like wherever you are in Australia, what would I find?
A lot of everything. There's definitely a couple championship bikes. Luckily, I purchased when I won them. it was a pretty cool moment winning the first Australian outright championship on the 300 KTM two-stroke. So that's one of my favourite bikes of all time, really. And then the second one I've got there is Husqvarna 501, which I won the International 6-day Enduro outright on too. So that was one I definitely had to grab and not let the team sell. And I bought that as well. So I've pretty much got all my savings in motorbikes just for trophies. And yeah, I built up another really cool gas bike. I won a desert race on in Australia, all painted frames and factory engine and suspension in there. So that was pretty much like a bling bike build. I had a mate that had a painting business, so he offered to paint up the frame any color I wanted and all the bits. So that was a pretty cool build. It would definitely look cooler than Luciano's Lamborghini. And
what color was the frame? What color did you pick?
Because it was gas. I don't like a candy red, so it was like it popped pretty good. But when you put the big tank on the front for the desert, it covered it up a bit. But yeah, I painted the swing arm like I forgot the color. It was like a charcoal, a gloss thing, and yeah, the candy red paint definitely looked nice as well. You wanted to take a bite of it, and then with some race fuel in there as well, it just gets you going when you smell that in the garage too. So. Yeah, they're the three at the moment. We've got the rally bikes in there and a lot of beehives in there as well. That's in the garage. So sometimes when I'm spinning the honey out of the bees, they like to come in and sting me while I'm working on bikes. So they're very friendly.
Yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about that if I was just sort of in my garage trying to get some stuff done and there's bees in there. I would have absolutely run for my life.
That's why I don't need to lock up the bike.
By the Ace, the Joker, and the Queen. Those specialist drivers Becky was telling you about.
I've got them as security guards, so no one goes in when there's bees around.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. What are some of the scariest tricks or stunts that you guys have tried?
Probably dropping off big gyms.
Yeah, I did one.
The Queen will drive before you do. She's Team Daredevil's dad specialist. For the car, Red Bull lends you one that belongs to Boar's Rally Heritage, a legacy that includes the McRae's Focus in 1999, Hibonan's Fiesta in 2011, and so the car of the day, the 2017 Ford Fiesta WRC Double World Champion 2017-18 with Sébastien Ogier.
One time was the craziest jump I ever did in my life. I didn't want to jump, I just missed a dune. I was thinking it was flat on the other side, so I arrived super fast going up, and then I was too much motivated because I saw the helicopter.
Into our level 2 chase simulation. You know what this training involves now, so show us what happens when you switch to second. Again, Sam will run you through it.
Yes, so the rules are the same. You spot a target, you take it down.
Come on, puppy. The faster you get this done, the faster we'll go play outside. Perks of being on our squad is that we get these mean, highly customized cars. Right now, you're driving the Border Collie, the Audi RS6. Fast and compact, Spammy's favorite car. But it's only the beginning. We got lots of monsters for you to try in the garage.
Points in these training sessions, you need to smash the cat target and avoid the other cars.
Yeah, collateral damage won't look good on your resume.
You're the only one I worry about, Glitch.
One more time.
You're getting better at this.
minimum score, are you? How about trying to beat the squad records? The best score so far goes to Sam with 175,000 points, if I'm correct.
What?
Well, I'm looking at the updated data here, and the best score actually goes to Gordon with 200,000 points.
Lovely.
That's my boy.
It's like it never happened.
That's it. Get to the end of this trial, and you'll earn the right to face me in an actual chase.
That's right. Impress me and you'll get permission to kick Glitch's butt. You don't want to miss out on that.
Thank you, Captain.
I've got the disclaimer right here. I'm gonna need you to sign it, Glitch.
Touching.
We'll get it this time.
Level 2 chase simulation. You know what this training involves now, so show us what happens when you switch to second. Again, Sam will run you through it.
Yes, so the rules are the same. You spot a target, you take it down.
Come on, puppy. The faster you get this done, the faster we'll go play outside. Perks of being on our squad is that we get these mean, highly customized cars. Right now, you're driving the Border Collie, the Audi RS6. Fast and compact, Spammy's favorite car. But it's only the beginning. We got lots of monsters for you to try in the garage.
Don't forget, to score points in these training sessions, you need to smash the cat target and avoid the other cars.
Yeah, collateral damage won't look good on your resume.
You're the only one I worry about, Glitch.
You're getting better at this.
You're not gonna settle for the bare minimum score, are you? How about trying to beat the squad records? The best score so far goes to Sam with 175,000 points, if I'm correct.
What?
Well, I'm looking at the updated data here, and the best score actually goes to Gordon with 200,000 points.
Lovely.
That's my boy.
Get to the end of this trial, and you'll earn the right to face me in an actual chase.
That's right. Impress me and you'll get permission to kick Glitch's butt. You don't want to miss out on that.
Thank you, Captain.
I've got the disclaimer right here. I'm gonna need you to sign it, Glitch.
Touching.
Well done, driver. You did really well here. HQ training's over. Time to put what you've learned into practice.
Woo! Gonna prep my car.
Playlist experience is here.
Back to our podcast.
Here we go for the first action list. Heading for Central Maui. Perform the actions requested and beat the time already set by the Ace, the Joker, and the Queen. Those specialist drivers Betty was telling you about.
Too much.
The Queen will drive before you do. She's Team Daredevil stat specialist. For the car, Red Bull lends you one that belongs to Force Rally Heritage, a legacy that includes the McRae's Focus in 1999, Hibonan's Fiesta in 2011, and so the car of the day, the 2017 Ford Fiesta WRC Double World Champion 2017-18 with Sebastian Ogier.
Because I saw the helicopter, and then suddenly the dune was cut.
The Queen is already up and running. Take a look at her performance. It might inspire you. Here are the actions to perform. Drifting, target hitting, jumping on barns, wall riding. Perform them all and do it as fast as possible.
It's on. Show the crowd that you can beat the Queen in her own speciality. The rule is simple. Perform all the actions requested as quickly as possible. roof ahead. Your choice. Ride on some more barn roofs and you're in business. You can. That was really cool. the Queen.
Let's go for this one. I have a good feeling. Here we go for the first action list. Heading for Central Maui. Perform the actions requested and beat the time already set by the Ace, the Joker, and the Queen. Those specialist drivers Becky was telling you about.
It's on. Show the crowd that you can beat the Queen in her own speciality. The rule is simple. Perform all the actions requested as quickly as possible. Targets or barn roof ahead. Your choice. Ride on some more barn roofs and you're in business. Bam! Bam! Boom! Now that was really cool. Here we go again. Smash all the targets you can. to beat the Queen. Show the crowd that you can beat the Queen in her own speciality. The rule is simple. Perform all the actions requested as quickly as possible. Targets or barn roof ahead. Your choice. Smash all the targets you can. And you're in business.
back to where we left off.